Residents never wanted it to open. The city delayed its opening several times. Just months after an Albuquerque underage nightclub finally opened to customers, a shooting just outside. News 13's Crystal Gutierrez joins us now with more on that. Crystal.
Tim, residents who live near UV nightclub wrote letters and even called the city worried that the underage nightclub would attract the wrong crowd. They did not expect a shooting this close to its opening.
It's a completely different scene than last night at UV nightclub on Central near Washington. Around 2 o'clock this morning, people started running inside the club. A 26-year-old man was rushed to the hospital, shot in the arm, and police began looking for the gunman.
The shooter was seen leaving in a gray, newer model Ford pickup. According
to TJ Wilhelm, it started as a fight in the alley behind the club. Moments later, several shots were fired.
At 2:39 in the morning, one shot rang out over in the alley area here, and then 5 other shots.
James Prasick says this is exactly what neighbors were worried about. Then, when he found out how old the shooting victim is, his concerns grew.
Allowing individuals that are over 21 to come in while they're having a 16-plus party.
We found an advertisement about the 16-plus party on the club's website, so we called the owner, John Chavez, and asked about the younger teens mingling with those over 21. He says it happens.
I guess we make a judgment at the door if they're there, what purposes they're there for. I mean, sometimes, a 20-year-old could be friends with a 21-year-old. We're not going to say that they can't both come in together.
Chavez says those over 21 are only allowed inside if they're not intoxicated. The city says it has no control over that issue because the club does not sell booze.
Whether or not they could have 16, 13-year-olds, or anybody underage at the club would be something between them and their insurance carrier.
Prasick says while the club is not licensed to serve alcohol, he's seen people drinking outside.
I knew this was going to happen because I've said it once and I'll say it again. We have not learned the lesson of this. Time and time again, this happens every single time with these underage businesses.
And the club's owner says he does not know if the men in the fight were at the club earlier. He says his bouncers did not recognize any of them. Tim, back to you.
Thank you, Crystal. City officials had to delay the opening of the UV nightclub because of a string of failed fire and planning inspections, but the issues were all fixed. The owners turned the club into a members club after the city rejected a request for a public dancing permit. Stay